Journal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
All right. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano, as it says right here. And we are on live. It is February 17th. It is Wednesday. It is the year 2021, the year of my Lord, alien god Zitch. Whatever happened to Zitch? He's on his way back. That's right. He's on his way back. It'll take him a while. You know, because he's got to go through certain loopholes and wormholes and stargates, but he'll be here. Anyway, glad you could make it tonight. We're streaming live on StreamYard. It seems to be working fine. I need to put the nighttime goggles on because it's just the way it is. There we go. Now we look good. We're all matched up. We got the white on white with the black on black and the new microphone. Everything seems to be working in order. How is everybody this evening? Good to hear. As you can see behind me, we've got the Pentagon there. And we've got all roads leading to the Pentagon. Yes, it is an underground tunnel system that I believe aliens come and go through. It looks a little mossy. Notice how I pointed at both places for being mossy, because that's the subject tonight. All roads, pardon me, all UFO roads lead to the Pentagon. And not only that, Murky Waters. I'm stealing the title from the great John Greenwald of the Black Vault. Murky Waters drowning UFO debris. Did you hear about this? Didn't I call it? Oh my God, I love me sometimes. Yeah. We'll talk about that. You know how the Pentagon a few days ago came out, said that we have evidence of materials from a UFO, but we didn't have any distinct. we had no, like, where'd it come from? When did you get it? Who had it first? How did you acquire it? Nothing. It's just we've got it. We tested it and it's real. This is just like the same thing. You see these 3 videos we're giving to you? You'll never be able to know anything about them other than, if you want to look at a black wall and throw a black dot on that black wall, tell me, where is it? Exact same thing with these FLIR cameras. You can't see anything. And it's just a joke to them. They love having us run around in circles. They love having us chase our own tail. Even though some of us are smart enough to know it, we still do it. Why? Because you never know. That's the whole point of it. You never know what's at the end of the road. Even though you know it's going to lead to nowhere, you never know. This may be the one time that they may give us something either by accident or on purpose by accident. It would be nice. But I was cruising around the internet and came across Jimmy Church's show, and he just had Richard Doty on the show, the counterintelligence agent who was like the original Lou Elizondo. Same thing, same basic makeup, man. They lie, they tell the truth, but you'll never know what is which or which is what. This field is it's damaged. It's sad. Marcus Lucier Kelch, did I say that right? With the $19.99 super chat. There it is. Wow, what a great generous donation. I appreciate that. Wonderful support, Marcus Lucier Kelch. Oh, it's Lussler? No, it's hard to read these. They have them all bunched together. And I hope I said that right. Oh, it's Lussier. Lucier Kelch? Damn it. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Mucho generoso. I can't believe this. Thank you. I can leave it up for a little while, but then it goes away. All right, so we're starting off unbelievably. StreamYard at least lets me post it on the screen, which is why I wanted to use StreamYard in the first place many months ago. But for some reason, there was a problem with it working, and it seems they have worked that issue out. At the 15 minutes of every show, you would get a blurry, choppy show. Please let me know if that's happening, please. Except Doty, yes, B. Baker, Doty did get people murdered. This is just straight up coffee. Straight up coffee with the Fu Manchu mug. So a lot of people, sometimes they come here and they're like, all right, let's go. Let's start talking. Let's get to the show. You have to understand it's a 2-hour show. And every time we get here. It takes a few minutes for people to get here on time. I know. Let them get here on time. We're here on time, so let's start talking about stuff. My God, all right already. So let's do it. A shout out to the whole world then. How you guys doing? Everybody okay? I told you someday it would happen. We may not be able to do a full, screw it. Occam's Razor, welcome to the show. Stu Gerson, nobody tells us what to do. Gerson. Felicia Flores, thank you. She says, I love your show, Goofon. Wait, how'd that get in there? See, I went to go click it and the whole chat room moved. Let's try that again. Woo, I barely caught that. I'm not used to a fast chat room. Thank you, Felicia Flores. Stephen Quigley's here. He says, okay, go. Lee G. What's up? Stuart Bodwell, William Carr. What's up, fellas? Viper for Gaming. Thank you very much. Welcome to the show. JP Bassigno. Welcome. Sock Puppet 2000. I think I know who you are. Are you Todd? Is that Todd? Is Sock Puppet 2000 Todd? I'm just saying. IR Film. What's up? Not a bad thing. Lee G. Did I already say that? Missy. Yay. Coraline. Welcome. How you doing today? Paul J. Steve Carney. Or is it Carn? JP. Oh, I already said that. All right. William Carr. Alien Girl. Uno. Paul J. What's up? Minnie Main. How are you, Minnie? Good to see you. Thank you for hanging out here on GoofOn. I see you just about every show, as I do. Rican Havoc 215 is here. Go sub and subscribe to his channel. He's got some incredible things over there. Jimmy Mac Soundtracks. What do you say, bud? Thomas Roberts. Mr. Robert. What's up, B. Baker? B space Baker when you put his name in comments. All right. Marcus Lucier Kilch. Hope I got that right. Welcome to the show. All right, let's go. Let's get going. All right, that's it. We don't have any more time. I'm already getting hit in the back of the head. Bob M. I thought I said hello. Valerian the Mac the Third. Somebody left a comment today, Valerian, and said, you know that guy with the crop circle song? Do you know why now I'm paraphrasing. Do you know why he's popular? It's because of Valerian the Mac, and you didn't even give him a shout out. You didn't even thank him for getting Greg on your show. He's the guy who did it. I did. First of all, I did say hi to everybody, and I thought I named a few people too. He's just looking at a different show, this person who left a comment. But thank you, Valerian the Mac. I know it was mainly you. You were the first one to shout that out to good old Greg. Frap Sappuccino. $5 super chat. Got to shout him out, fellas and gals. There it is. The UFOI road to nowhere leads to the Pentagon. And a $5 super chat. Thank you very much. The UFO information road to nowhere. Why is that? Let's start. Start doing it. Thank you for FSAP. You know I love you. I don't, claim to know everything in this field. God, Lord knows I don't. Nor do I know as much as a Richard Doty, a guy who is paid to lie. Yet people still listen to the guy. He was just on Jimmy Church's show. All these orders that are given out to regular FBI, CIA, DIA, DIS, DIO, and Bingo was his name-o. Don't all those roads really go through the Pentagon for real? No? You don't think so? You don't think they go down in the basement that we just learned had a door on the way down there that says UFOs? So stupid. UFOs. We live in a funny, funny world. It's weird not having a microphone right here in front of me. Because here's the old one, it would come down and look like the Death Star. Dun, 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 dun. The Death Star will make an appearance every now and then. The Death Star's on rotation here at GoofOn. It's going to haunt me, that microphone, the rest of my life. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I got to drink coffee. Well, this guy did for 15 minutes. Was drink coffee, shout out people, get super chats. He didn't even talk about UFOs. No, I did. You just remember what you want to remember. In the near future, I can't even say that because I can't. Oh, we will talk a little bit of Bigfoot tonight. Travis Walton remembers the aliens. I can play that. I forgot the other night. We'll listen to Doty on Jimmy Church for a few moments. We'll do that correctly. And of course, everything else included. So I already started talking about it, but all roads do seem to go down that Pentagon road. I really believe it. And I have got something here because, as you heard me mention, the Black Vault talked about the muddying up the waters of the UFO evidence that the Pentagon says they have. Well, come to find out, not so. Not so. What you would hope would be there would be some facts. But they altered things in the FOIA request. I'm trying to pull it up. Just give me a second. See, I had it all ready to go. I just don't know where it went. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I put it up here. I'm sorry. I said I'll put it up here so I definitely don't lose it. An idiot. All right. Here's the article. So you know I'm not just speaking. Oh, I keep going to OBS. Here we go. This is the article. All right. It's pretty interesting, actually. I must admit. John Greenwald Jr. UFO-related social media circles were excited by this news this week that the Pentagon had admitted it had UFO debris in its possession and that they had released the test results. By the way, where are they? Anybody? That is, according to one UFO researcher anyway, tacked on to numerous UFO-related headlines in the past few years. The claim seemed to reinforce a public hope that humanity was on a one-way train to Disclosureville, and that an extraterrestrial presence was about to be acknowledged by the powers that be. The only problem is that those powers that be see it much differently. Oh, really? Yeah. We called it here. We said that. We said it. Staggering implications. The idea that the U.S. government possesses crashed alien technology would have been a game changer on numerous levels of humanity. The very notion redefines science, turns world religions upside down, and would make nearly every human rethink their place in the cosmos. The idea that there is a UFO debris out there had been touted most recently by the New York Times, having been reported in July of 2020 that one astrophysicist claimed that there were retrievals from off-world vehicles not made on this Earth. Luis Elizondo, the man who says he ran a secretive UFO study with the Pentagon, known as the ATIP, told Tucker Carlson in 2019 that he believed the U.S. government has, quote-unquote, material from UFOs. When pressed, Elizondo referred to his non-disclosure agreement, his NDA, and would not elaborate. Shocker! Shocker! Lou doesn't say anything. Haven't you realized this? All right. Well, an extraordinary claim is made, it says here. Although many claims have been made over the past couple of years, there is one vital piece to the puzzle that has been missing from the debate: the evidence. There are no test results, no confirmed artifacts, and no official government admission that any of it exists in one way, some would say. I can't speak. It's this coffee. It hasn't kicked in yet. Up until now, there have been just words, claims, and speculation, yet nothing definitive. However, Anthony Bragalia, A UFO researcher, who cares, really? Why are we caring about what this guy says anyway? I mean, really? Oh, okay, because he runs UFO Explorations blog. Forgive me, I didn't realize he had a blog. The guy's a blogger. Stop the UFO internet. A blogger said that there's UFO debris out there. Is this the best ufology can do for information lately? Where are the UFO sightings? Oh, yeah. Third phase of moon has them. Well, who else? Nobody's putting out UFO videos. They're unidentified until they're explained. I don't want to hear it. All right. A stunning admission by the... Oh, okay. Yeah, he's a blogger. And he believes he made the Pentagon admit to the reality that they hold UFO debris. Say that they've analyzed it and that he says he's seen the results. Why this guy? This guy made a FOIA request. Oh, you're going to love this story. In his most recent blog post, he ran the headline, Pentagon admits it has UFO debris. Released test results. This guy's going to go down faster than the Titanic, faster than the Lusitania, and faster than an iceberg defragging. A stunning admission by the U.S. government that it possesses UFO debris was recently made in response to the Freedom of Information Act, a FOIA request filed over 3 years ago by this author. Brigalia began his blog. In a reply letter, the U.S. Defense Intelligence Agency, the DIA, has ended decades of speculation by verifying that UFO material has indeed been recovered. Brigalia then outlined his original FOIA request, along with the response he received in full. The original FOIA request asked for an array of 7 various items surrounding UAP, quote-unquote, material in relation to the ATIP program. In a response video created by the Black Vault regarding his claims, it was proposed that one item specifically triggered the resulting records and likely was simply in response to the quote-unquote material aspect of the request rather than the UAP part. Given the fact that responsive documents never once mention UAP, UFO, alien, extraterrestrial in the way he claimed, or crash debris, it would appear a logical way to look at it. That's right, this FOIA request didn't have any of that on the respond. That is hysterical. Good for you, Greenwald. Look at Greenwald. He knows what to look for. That's what he does. That's why he did the story. This guy, anybody who knows FOIA requests, it's John Greenwald Jr. It's what this guy's whole career is based off of since he was 15 years old. Brigalia disagrees with that. You naively assume that such technical reports would actually reference aliens, Roswell, etc. That's a good point. Brigalia said in a publicly posted comment to the Black Vault, it does not work that way. And you're thinking that these technical reports would discuss such things in such a way shows that you do not have a true grasp of materials, science, and engineering studies. No, this is great. Regardless of Brigalia's stance, a new fact emerged that was omitted from Brigalia's blog post. The guy's hiding shit. This is great. This was learned by the Black Vault and confirmed by the Pentagon the next day that there were amendments to Brigalia's original FOIA request to expedite getting the documents. Oh, this is so silly. Once asked, Brigalia then supplied the Black Vault a string of emails between him and the DIA. It proved the original FOIA request was modified, and it further supports the Black Vault's theory on why the responsive records were sent out. To summarize the back and forth, an agreement to the amendment to Brigalia's original FOIA took the original 7 items and amended it to start with only a single item, then move on to the others. The amended item asked for test results from the UAP material from Bigelow Aerospace under contract to the DoD Pentagon to be processed first. Amendments such as these are commonplace when filing FOIA requests. Officers working on their growing caseload seek out amendments to shorten processing times, saves on review fees, or just decrease overall workloads. Well, that makes sense. In Brigalia's case, he amended his request to get the material analysis quicker, and the remaining items would be processed but released, if anything, at a later date. This is known as a rolling release. As a result, Bragalia received the first batch of material consisting of 154 pages and includes 5 Defense Intelligence Reference and Documents, or DIRDs, D-I-R-D-S. That's a real thing. Do we have to really acronym everything that can be? What if it... Never mind. The DIRD, 38 in total, was created under the Advanced Aerospace Systems Applications Report, or AAWSAP, or I meant to say Applications Program, or AAWSAP. There have been some confusion about the relationship AAWSAP had with ATIP, but according to the Pentagon, AAWSAP was the portion of ATIP outsourced to the private sector. But in this case, Bigelow Aerospace's subsidiary, BASS, they were the organization that created the reports and issued them back to the DIA to fulfill their contractual obligations. Say that with no teeth. The 5 reports sent to Bragalia were all the DIRD reports dealing with material in some way, hence why the Black Vault believes that this is the responsive portion of the request which triggered them to be sent. So all it is an amendment to what the guy said to shorten the process, to get it to him quicker. Save him fees, save man hours, save wasting time. The UAP portion became secondary and irrelevant on the final release of records, which will be explained more below. We won't get into all of that, but obviously they had to alter things to get the information to the guy quicker, which still took 2 years. 2 years, right? I need a drink. And it says here, Bragalia's claims were not all well received by the Department of Defense. The Pentagon told the Black Vault that the claims Bragalia were making about the first batch of documents he received were inaccurate and misleading. See, I knew it. It makes sense now. This guy is a blogger. He's a blogger. This isn't Dolan, right? This isn't Grant Cameron. No, it's not. Hell, it's not even third phase of moon or DIRD phase of moon. DIRD. Well, I mean, these are people that get information out there very quickly. And if this was something that was legit, I think it would have been found already. I don't know, man. This is just, it's like a play on words. It's what it is. So the DOD didn't really take well to this request. Could the amendment to the FOIA case prove Bragalia got the DIA to admit to UFO debris and the resulting documents were UAP material analysis? He says yes. Even though it doesn't say it anywhere on any of the documents, he says yes. Look, if you're trying to be that guy to get your blog popular, this is something you would do. He did make the request, though, and the way he's accepting it is that it's from UFOs. But nowhere on the paperwork does it say aliens, Roswell, debris, crash site, nothing. It's just materials. But from what? The Black Vault, just so you know who you're dealing with, Mr. Blogger, he's filed more than 10,000 FOIA requests in nearly 25 years. Within some of those cases, it is proven that FOIA case officers will often try very hard to help requesters get what they want. And will sometimes send material that is loosely responsive rather than exactly responsive in an attempt to meet the requested needs. So even if it's a little bit of information other than all of the information, that means they'll still send you the information just to get you something, shows you that they're trying. Although that is not always the case with some agencies, there are numerous real world examples that can be referred to. And he goes through some of the examples here. These examples, along with many more citable from over the years, shows an aura of helpfulness on the side of many FOIA officers and not one of obfuscation. Wow. Is it obfuscation? How do you say that one? Look at me learning new words. As a result, however, I've seen the word before. I just would never use it in a sentence. Well, I'm not as intelligent as John. Anyway, I don't need to justify. As a result, however, some results can be misconstrued, like in Bergelia's case. Misconstrued is a word I've used, so I understand that word. That's why I said it correctly. What a great, unbelievable, nothing story this turned out to be. Nothing, debris, not alien. It could be anything. I hate my job. I hate it. Murky waters. Yes, indeed. The story surrounding UFO debris has been drowning in muddy waters since many of the claims have surfaced. Although the New York Times reported in 2017 that Bigelow Aerospace had modified buildings in its Las Vegas headquarters for the storage of metal alloys and other materials that Mr. Elizondo and program contractors said have been recovered from UAPs, CEO Robert Bigelow says they have never had any material at all. In a one-on-one interview with George Knapp, Bigelow was asked directly on this matter. New York Times reported that you modified your facility here in order to house some material from elsewhere. Did you ever have it? Knapp asked. Bigelow responded, we never had any. This denial seems to further invalidate the claim that the Pentagon admitted to studying UFO debris. No, it doesn't. No, that really doesn't. Just because Bigelow said that? I mean, no, Bigelow wouldn't lie. Why would he lie? Of course he's truthful. Him too. It's such bullshit. This is so unbelievably bullshittery. Yeah, didn't sound right. I don't care. I said it. I don't even want to read the rest. I know you don't want me to read anymore anyway. I can't even follow it. I just choose not to. This is crazy. Yeah. I'll read it again for you so you can see that Bigelow never, why he not a liar. This denial by Bigelow that they never had any material seems to further invalidate the claim that the Pentagon admitted to studying UFO debris and releasing the results, given the fact that Bigelow himself was the one who owned Bass and was responsible for creating the DIRD reports in question. Bigelow's team cannot analyze what they say they never had. Who wrote this? Come on, John. Don't be so gullible. Don't be so gullible, please. You're going to believe Bigelow too? Like Bigelow wouldn't say, never had any. Then what's it all for, Biggs? Why you have all this modified building stuff in Vegas if you don't have anything? What are you hoping you're going to get something? You mean nobody has any material that you're studying? You're just hoping that you get some? So you built a multi-billion-dollar organization in the hope? No, you got it. Pentagon probably has it now. I don't buy anything these guys say. You can't. Look, if you get in a contract agreement with the Pentagon, or you're responsible for contracting out the studying of these materials, then you're in cahoots. Of course, you're not going to admit that you have it. Well, we just built all this just in case. Really? Is that true? I'm going to put a dam in the desert just in case in 1,000 years the earth changes. Numbnuts. You don't put a dam where there's no water. You don't put a building where there's no debris. A building designed to study that stuff. I'm trying not to swear. It's very hard. I'm getting a little angry. Am I wrong? It's like, am I the only one who sees this way? Like, Bigelow's not going to lie. All right, it's God spoken. Oh, forget these people. I just can't. I just can't do it. I don't know why I'm doing this. Hold on. Hell with them all. Yeah, I can keep reading. But the inaccuracies about the UFO debris claims go well beyond the most recent, with Bregalia's FOIA response in July 2020. 2 of the 3 same journalists who broke the ATIP story 3 years prior returned to report about off-world vehicles. Yeah, it was originally reported by the New York Times that former Senator Harry Reid confirmed that vehicles from other worlds had occurred and that the retrieved materials had been studied secretly for decades. Right. However, this claim was pulled back the next day, and the New York Times issued a correction and they deleted the reference. He's guilty, Your Honor. Scratch that off the record. You cannot say that. Everybody already heard him say he's not guilty, Your Honor. Why would a guy say a thing? Scratch it from the record. You never heard. Gigantic erase. Forget everything and go. What was I just saying? It worked. I forgot what did we just talk about? Come on. They put it out there. Just like, hey, we got a crashed saucer in Roswell. Oh, next day. It was a weather balloon. I didn't mean it. Sorry. Yeah. I know we're smart and, we're the military and everything, and we should understand what a balloon looks like compared to alien material. It was just an accident, okay? It was just, we got excited. We thought, wow, maybe it is. Somebody ran away with the story. It was too late to stop it. Same thing here. We've got crashed materials from off-world vehicles. What? Wait, what did I just read? Can you tell them at the Pentagon, because all roads lead to the Pentagon, they need to retract that New York Times article, please? That's right. This is coming from Richard down in the basement. Yes, I run the world. Okay, go ahead. Retract it. This just in. We have retracted from the New York Times article that there were no off-world vehicles. Sorry. It was meant to say on the world. Didn't mean it. Forget about it, everybody. If you're watching this, erase. What was I? What were we doing? What was I doing? It worked on me. You can't forget it. You said it. You know you said it, and you can't retract it. Well, Americans are sheeple. They'll believe anything we do, anything we say. Yeah. Not everybody, Chief. All right. There's some of us here who don't buy into your bullshit, Mr. Pentagon leader. Mr. Under the ground, I run the world person. See, I was even, what was I going to say? Genetically correct? No. I was conscious whether it was either a male or female, because yes, even a woman, you asshole. Don't ever say even a woman. Never say that. I would never say that. I believe that it is a man running the country, the world, whatever, because women wouldn't be so stupid. You don't think I know? Women take their time. Women don't rush into things to make the obvious more obvious. No, they plot a course. I mean, they really do. And men, we run out there with our Johnson in our hand. I got evidence. I got no evidence. They would get the evidence to the forefront. Yes, it's going to happen. I believe it is going to be a woman that is going to be the disclosure. a woman in the public circuit, citizens abroad, don't ever say that word. You know what I mean. Anyway, that's the story, Morning Glory. And enough with the talk about the debris. It's bullshittery. Nothing happened again, but it did. Hey, my stimulus check is here again. Oh, wait, it's not here. I have to pay $100 and never mind. We're holding on to your stimulus check. Give us $500 and we'll give you $1,000. That only leaves me with $500. Nope, you actually lost $1,000. Oh yeah. All right. So let's go to Twitter. It's time for Twitter chatter. Look at what I just did. Twitter chatter by Goofon. We'll be back after this message from Twitter chatter. Hi, my name's Rich. I use Twitter. You do too? Well, now you can use Twitter chatter. Oh, it's free. I knew you were wondering, just like me, how much would this cost me? Not much. Well, maybe an arm, a leg, and all of your privacy, but who cares? You got Twitter chatter. Twitter chatter lets you communicate with all your friends and family, but with a twist. What's the twist? The twist is your arm. All right? Your arm. What do you mean by that? Well, they twist your arm. Twitter, you're good. You're good. Twitter chatter. It's coming all over the internet near you. Hi, CEO asshole here for Twitter. I'm Jack Dorsey. No, this would be Jack. Hi, I'm Jack Dorsey of Twitter. And we would like to thank you for choosing Twitter chatter as part of your communication through Twitter. Twitter chatter has been implemented to make people aware of their privacy, of their family, their friends, and even their dog. Even their dog. Even their dog. Even their dog. Even. Hi, I'm Jack Dorsey. You have been seeing Twitter chatter on for many decades now, and now that I'm 40, again, I have found that living forever can make us all have Twitter chatter in our lives. I've been practicing the reverse. Pretty good, right? It actually was like my whole entire reality rewound right in front of you. Don't you think that's worth not anything? Not even a clap or a thumbs up? Not even a haha or an LOL? Ooh, I must be getting old. Travis Walton, can you save the show? Travis, that's a question. Oh boy, here we go again. On Joe Rogan, Travis Walton remembers that this is what I wanted you to hear the last time I played this Joe Rogan interview. I love Travis Walton, but I don't love this interview. You want to know why? Because it's boring. All right, we're going to go to halfway down the pipe here. It's not boring. It's just weird. I don't like weird you'll see. I'm only going to put the little screen up because actually it is. Anyway, check it out.
Will one day reach this point where the biological limitations of our month.
Let's go here.
What do you remember from that moment on?
When I regained consciousness, it wasn't real quick. It wasn't real walking right up. It was real slow. It was dim.
All right, you guys wake up. All right, you guys awake? This guy. All right, because look, it's Joe Rogan, so I have to pause it every now and then. So please don't get upset with me, please. I have to. That's why we're still here, because we do things the right way. At least now we do. But anyway, is everything... I mean,
my consciousness was kind of like in and out for a while. I didn't know where I was. The pain and the feeling that I was mortally wounded, something was so wrong inside. I felt like I was dying. And this is what really fueled the panic when I finally laid eyes on these creatures.
Okay, so he's seen the creatures, panicking. I'm sorry, Lee G. Can you imagine, in the reality of all reality? Seriously, I know, look, I've been scared before, but I don't think I've been petrified. You know what I mean? By seeing something. I mean, I've been startled and scared and thought I was going to die, but I didn't think I was going to see what he saw. So I can't really fully put myself in his position. A lot of us try to do that. I know you guys do. Like, oh, if I saw an alien, I'd be really cool about it. You know, I'd be like studying it and shit. No, I don't think you would. And let me tell you why after we hear another clip.
Of course, you know, all of the mental programming that we get from Hollywood that aliens are invading monsters, you know, didn't help. But I instantly associated this feeling of dying with pain with them. So I was combative immediately.
Where were you?
I was lying on my back on a raised table. There was a light above me.
Lying down, flat on a table, lights above. Fair using. I want to get to the part, and I can't remember because I've had this clip for freaking 3 days set up, ready to go. And Joe Rogan asks him, because I think he kind of almost attacks the thing, if I remember correctly. I'm going to continue playing this for another 30 seconds, but he's laying down on this thing. He sees the alien. Eggush.
It was not real bright. It was not so bright that I couldn't, you know, see the outline of the fixture. But
what did the fixture look like?
Kind of like that, only much larger. Just a soft glow. And in the movie, there's a little bit of striking on the part of the aliens against me. That didn't happen.
Didn't happen. No striking. Not like the movie. The light fixture was just like the one over there that we never get to see, but bigger. Well, it can't be. See, this is what's wrong. I don't like the way he's speaking. Because that's what somebody does when they lie. They try to get you to imagine that it looks like this or that, when all they have to say it was a big lie. I didn't see anything, really. I looked up at it. I couldn't see anything. But he says that's kind of like the one you got here in your office studio, but bigger. So it's nothing like it. You mean it looks just like this, the heart-shaped lamp? I mean, we don't know what he's looking at. It's so silly. Why didn't they show us? I know. It's just an interview, and he's 79. Actually, he's only 65, right? He's 68? I don't know. He's only 8-9 years older than me. I freaked out when I learned about that. How could this guy be in 77? I was 10 in 78. He was, holy shit, yeah, he is only 10 years older than me. Well, that's ridiculous. Good math, Rich. Look at me doing tens.
I lashed out at them. The one closest to me, I felt really weak. I didn't have enough strength to do much. So when my arm contacted him, he just fell back very unexpectedly easy into the other one. and I rolled off the table in the other direction. And
I used up all the fair use I can. Didn't I? Yeah, I did. Anyway, he goes on to say down in the conversation that Joe goes, so what did its skin feel like? Like a guy came through the door. He looked humanoid, but very athletic and very big. And he was wearing a bowl on his head. Seriously, he said it was a helmet like a fishbowl. Another stupid sounding 1960s growing up, when he was only 20 something when he got abducted, right? So, and he's still young. I mean, he doesn't have much to go off of in life other than logging, puberty, school, and he was interested in all the alien stuff growing up like every kid would be. Not every kid, but most kids. Most amiable young men. All right, I said it. But I'm a girl. All right, you too. Anywho, I just think it goes in what they looked like when they drew him up in 60s movies that he grew up watching, that they had these glass helmets. Is that something that makes sense though? Think about this. If you're not able to breathe the environment because it can kill you, you would be also wearing a suit, I would imagine, because it would seep into your skin. You would get sick if you have porous skin, that is. So anyway, it's just, I guess it does make sense that they could wear a bowl on their head because everywhere you turn, and they have like a heads up display, but you never see it. But I would imagine that they would have a clear bowl over their head so they can look everywhere. That's the smartest helmet to have. The helmets that we have to make them that way in space. Right? Isn't it because of the environment? We got to keep our body a certain temperature, right? So it's got to cover our heads. It's got to have some sort of, I don't know. That's just the way we make the helmets. It's got to be a good logical explanation. Anyway, this clip will also be in the description about within 30 minutes after the show ends. So I'll put that there for you. They give you many clips to listen. It's a 2.5 hour interview, for cripe's sakes. What's that? Holy crap, it is time, isn't it? You guys are great. You ready? We're just going to start it right here.
What are they?
What are they?
Why are they?
Why are they?
Do they mean? What are they?
What are they?
Why are they?
Why are they?
What do they mean?
What do they mean? What are they?
Are they harbingers of world change? These secrets in the fields, are they harbingers of world change? These secrets in the fields,
Secrets in the field.
are they harbingers of world change? Secrets in the fields.
The fields. Are they damagers of world grains? Are they damagers of the world's grains? Hey, Misty OC Dragons with the $1.49 super sticker. Thank you very, very much. I cannot see the sticker itself, as you see right here on the screen. That is all I get. But I appreciate it. It must be a pair. Maybe it's singing. I don't know. But thank you for that. Can I check it out? No, I can't find it. I'd have to actually open up my phone to see what kind of sticker it is. And, well, yeah, we thank you very much. Super generoso, Misty OC Dragons. And we had to throw that in there. Richard freaking Doty. He's like the original Lou Elizondo. He's Richard Doty is Magic Man. Is it Magic Man? What's the name of that movie? What is that movie? Magic Man. I hit the wrong button. Yeah, it's Magic Men. These are the guys who put out fake stories to throw off the real UFO stories that were out in the public or somehow made it to mainstream media. Hey, Spaced Out Radio, Dave Scotticus. What's up, Dave? Spaced Out Radio tonight, right after Goof On Gone Wrong. Hey, you get out of my car. Hey. What's up, Dave? Did Dave, did you have Doty on your show? I thought Dave had Doty too. I thought Dave had a Doty too. Richard Doty said hello to you. He was on SOR the other night. Dave tried to start a fight with him. With Doty, Doty got Doty on SOR. I know it's a fade to black. And we're back. Long time ago, right. With permission granted, my friend. You know where I'm going then. Do you understand the question that is coming out of my mouth? Yes. Yes. I am going to look for your Doty interview. Here it is. May 29th, 2019. Maybe I'll dip into it. We're going to listen to a little Jimmy Church, though, talk to Doty. I didn't get to hear the rest of this conversation. I'm about to talk like a hillbilly. I didn't get to hear the rest of this conversation, but Richard Doty's weird, man. I don't, is he telling the truth or is he lying? This is such an unfair thing to put on people, but he is counterintelligence. He did put out false information to throw off the scent of a real UFO story and or sighting. And I feel Lou Elizondo does the same thing or will do the same thing if he hasn't done it already. That Doty. I didn't hear anything on Jimmy Church that I would want to play on this show. Yes, don't you understand? It's a whole matching outfit tonight. This is what I try to do. B. Baker says in the chat room, just to give a little check-in, I asked a pretty good question of Doty on SOR. Is part of the reason for UFO secrecy because you and others violated constitutional rights? He said yes. Wow. Yeah. Wow. Great question, too. Thanks, B. Baker. Of course they do. Of course. How else are they getting the information out there? Don't you think, let's say, for instance, and I'm using the extreme case here to make it obvious, but let's say I have some UFO metal materials. Like this guy, Brigalia, he put out that blog that the Pentagon has it. Well, what if he said he had it and he tried to get information on it? I don't know, maybe find some information about where metals were and where they went to and what the chain of command was, how they wound up in his lap. Well, let's say I did that and I said, I have some UFO metals here. They'd be knocking at the door. Not only would they be knocking at the door, they would lie to me. They would tell me anything to get in the door and in my home. And what do you think would happen after that? The door would close. They'd say, Mr. Giordano, can you please sit down? Get the F out of my house. Sir, we're the FBI, the CIA, the NIA. We're everything. Now you're going to sit down and listen. No, well, give me your ID number. I wouldn't be like that. I'd be petrified just as anybody else would be. And you would, and they would say, look, we're going to find the metals. And I would say, you're not going to find them here. And they'll say, well, we'll be the judge of that. And they would tear the place apart. Well, look, Rich, I don't know if you realize this, but it's an awfully big desert out there. And it would be a long time before anybody would find your bones, if you get my drift. Where are the metals? Excuse me? Are you threatening my life? No. I'm just saying it's a big desert out there. Just saying. Nobody would find your body if you went missing. That's all I'm saying. Sounds like a threat to me. Take it however you want it, Rich. Where's the freaking metals? Look. Then he sits down next to me. Maybe you don't care about your life, Rich. But I know you care about Mom and Dad. And I'd go, no, I really don't. They're about dead anyway. Do what you want. You're not getting those medals. I ain't telling you shit. Kill me now. I don't give it. He's not going to talk. Tear this place apart. And that could happen. Just give up the medals. If you got them, just give them up. What are you going to do with them anyway? There's a reason you didn't go public with them for 20 years, 2 years, 2 days. Because it's dangerous. And anybody who thinks the government wouldn't violate your rights to get that information that could take the government down, hell, you may be holding the next weapon that could be back engineered by China, Russia, our adversaries. Of course they want it. And you would do the right thing, I would hope, for your country. What do you give a shit about? And nobody's going to believe your story anyway. I got these medals. And you crunch them up and look at that. It unraveled right in front of me. So when they come knocking on your door, or Doty has to put a story out and you go missing, it's because we were close. That's scary shit. We're talking world changing. This isn't just changing a government. You're talking about the world's governments changing, religions possibly collapsing, people losing faith in their religion. My God, what's to live for? Chaos would ensue. It's a very, 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 I don't care what anybody thinks. What we do is dangerous work to a point. It is dangerous work because we deal with world-changing shit. This isn't just something, look, you want to impress your friends, go buy a car, okay? You want to impress the world, get a UFO, piece of a UFO. You see what I'm saying? Even a piece. So then the question would be, oh, this is a good one. I didn't even know we were going to talk about this tonight. What would you do if you secretly were given UFO evidence? Okay, let me up the ante a little bit. Forget it's a piece of a UFO. What if you had a working part, a weapon, a gun, a ray, a communication device? What if you had one of those? What if you had something that can change the world? Would you? Here's the scenario. A box shows up at your door. You hear 3 knocks. Are you expecting anybody? And you're talking to no one because it's just you. But you're asking Google if somebody's at the door. Yes, somebody's at the door. Looks like a package, Rich. So I go to the door. Package, huh? Thank you, Google. Anytime. Never mind.
How can I help, Rich?
I said, never mind. Unbelievable, this thing. You open the door, there's a box there. It says open immediately. Well, you don't do it immediately. You close the door, bring it inside, you open it up, and you feel this vibrating sense around you, and it's a little tiny device. You look at it, you don't understand. You see there's lights swirling around in it, and you go to reach for it, and it moves. You go to reach for it again, and it dodges you, but it's still in the box. So you close the box back up. go grab your camera. That's the first thing you should do. Grab your camera. But here's the thing. Your camera won't turn on. It won't work because of the electromagnetic field or something around the device. So how do you record it? How? What can you do? What would be the only way you can record it? You can't. There's no way you can. You can't use your phone you have. You can't use any camera. Nothing will show up on it because this thing is emitting some sort of Wi-Fi. Anyway, you have this thing. You can't show it to anybody. What if you want to show it to somebody? Now you have to trust somebody that you really don't trust anyway to look at this thing. They go to reach for it and it's dodging all over. They try to grab it and it's eluding you at every single grab. Then it gets loose. And it starts doing the Star Wars Jedi training device, you know? What would you do with it, though? Seriously, what would you do with it? Then you look inside the box and there's a note. Let the world know, it says. Let the world know. Let the world know what? And then you look up at this thing and it's looking back at you. And you see it flying around and you can see it. It's got two little red eyes that appear around all the swirling lights like it's looking at you. Right? And you talk to it because you're like, well, maybe it can hear me. And you say hello. And you see that the eyes change color. Now they're blue. Oh, blue looks happy to me, not red. Okay, I understand blue. Blue-green, that's a good color. And the thing's going back and forth. And it's kind of just watching you like a shark. And you say, are you going to hurt me? And you see a yellow tinge, like it doesn't know if it's going to hurt you. And then you ask it, are you my friend? And then you see green, like green, green, flashing green. So you're my friend. Okay. Oh, this is going good, you think. And then you ask it to sit in your hand because it can get away at any time. Now you've got this intelligent flying object that's no bigger than your phone in your home. What are you going to do with it? Look, this is a real scenario. This isn't fake. The only difference is this one flies and the Bet's ball, remember the Bet's sphere? If that thing's real, it was intelligent. Those balls that were alive, it danced to music and wandered around aimlessly on the floor, kind of like an Oomba with a mind. A Roomba? An Oomba. Anyway, mine flies and is like that. It's really wild. It's like a my very own. Oh yeah, kind of like in that movie where it goes, yeah, no. What is that? The Wonder, what is that movie? The Incredible Flying Machine? So you're calling up, now you decide you got to do something. If you call anyone at the newspaper, they're going to tell their boss. Their boss is going to pick up the red bat phone and they're going to call Batman and they're going to come to your place within an hour. Or maybe, hopefully, you got somebody who's dirty and wants to be the number one news source. So it's the New York Times, right? You call the New York Times and they send somebody out and they document everything. Now, they can't use a recorder, so they had to do a little shorthand. That's right. You haven't watched TV for a few days. You didn't use the microwave. The only thing you could do is use your toilet and shower and drink water. Everything else turned off in the building. Nobody can figure out what's going on. They're rewiring the whole place because of your little alien artifact you found. But you can't tell anybody. But then somebody sees the news lady at your apartment and she's coming through the door. Something's amiss. Somebody's figuring it out. Next thing you know, The police are there. They're wondering why the news is at your apartment. You try to deny it, but you can't. The news person says, I gotta go. You can't hold me here. I haven't committed a crime. And she leaves with her cameraman, who was just there for support, just in case the camera did work. A lot of things can go wrong. A lot of eyes are out there. So don't think if you have an alien artifact, an alien piece of technology, that you can get away with it by telling the world. You're not. No freaking way. And if it's something that can be back engineered or that is intelligent or that is still working, you're not going to be able to get away with it. There's just no way. I thought about it every single way. You heard one of the thoughts in my head. That I've thought of every scenario. You can't, if you leave the house with that thing in a box, somebody's going to notice a guy holding a box. And if something, everywhere you're walking, lights are going out, you can't take it out of your own place. Eventually, they're going to find you because that little Wi-Fi is going to create a blip on a radar somewhere, maybe weather radar. Maybe a meteorologist is going to be looking at the weather and they notice this flashing that's coming from this part of Arizona and it hasn't gone away in 3 days. So they send somebody out there, I don't know, electric company, and they zero in on your place. We're getting a strong emission of EMPs, or what are they called? Electronic, EMP. Well, they're coming from that place, that origin, and you're in there. You don't realize it, but your place is about to be swarmed by the FBI, CIA, NIA, DOD, DID, and DIRDs. They're all coming because that signal has never been seen before, except once in 2004 on the radar of the Nimitz when the Tic Tac UFOs were nearby Fravor and his crew. They didn't tell you this part of the story, but their planes fell out of the sky. They didn't land. They didn't tell you that, did they? But these guys know what really happened with the Nimitz. That's why they think it's a threat, because those UFOs did something. And how many reports have we heard through the years of pilots losing their bearings, their compass goes crazy, the plane even stalls? I mean, so many different things happen near these UFOs. What little do you know that object that was sent to you that came with the note, let the world know? You're holding the power source for over 20,000 UFOs. You could build 20,000 UFOs with what's in your hand. That technology is over 500,000 years old. And it has been in possession of someone on this planet. But nobody's been able to crack it open, and nobody's been able to get it out to the public. The last few times that it was let out to the public, civilizations were destroyed. Hence the pyramids. Hence the rest of the world. What do you think happened at Machu Picchu? Huh? Some guy was probably flying around and hitting some button or something, you know? He's like, Machu Picchu, I'm going to blow you up. I mean, who knows what's going on? Imagine that. Some guy who's like, I don't know, maybe he's like 20 million years old for whatever we know. It's just some alien being, some sentient. I don't know, the Hopi talked about this person. Goes by grandfather. He is the all-seeing, the all-knowing, the all-purposeful, the all-creator grandfather. Grandfather goes by the name of Kenneth Passhole, for those of you who don't know. Kenneth Passhole. Anyway, all these things I'm telling you are possibilities. That's possible. Very, very possible. You don't think it is? I know it is. Let's just say this. I'm Kenneth Passhole. I've lived 20 million years. I have the knowledge and the power of all. What do you think I'm doing here? You think I'm Rich Giordano, a human? Please. Please. Look, we tried doing it before with another guy named Rich. He just happened to have a last name Doty. Anyway, let's listen to what happened on church anyway. It's kind of good. It's kind of good. I'm going to start it somewhere that I don't know what's being said. How about that?
And have that person go and talk to your asset or talk to a target to see what they'll tell them. So deep into this.
No.
There's another reason.
I want to get to a question that church asks. Here we go.
The contact with Paul.
He's talking about Paul Benowitz and the story about Benowitz and how he thought he was seeing UFOs. And this was in the late 70s, early 80s. And I don't know if you guys know this, but they were testing drone technology way back then, 40 years ago. But they used to take the drones up and then they would, they didn't have motors on them back then. They were gliders, but they were remote controlled gliders. I remember that shit. I remember hearing about all that. And we're like, wow, remember in the 90s when they first came out with the drone? And I think it was in the Afghanistan war or the Iraqi war, the one in 92. Yeah, they were using drones then. And now we can fly them for the last 10 years ourselves. In the last 5 years, it's, the market. Here we go.
Now, do you feel that, and we're going to be up against a break, and then we're going to jump onto another subject when we return. Do you feel that in hindsight that this was just approached completely wrong? Paul passed away in 2003. All of this went down in, in the late 80s. But he did go in and out of mental hospitals.
Yeah. Paul Benowitz was literally, he thought he was seeing UFOs, at least according to Richard Doty. That's what scares me. This guy may have been seeing UFOs. He lived on the edge of an Air Force base. I don't remember the name, but he lived on the edge of it, like just outside the line. So he was able to see some things that other people weren't. And Doty said he was definitely seeing drones being tested, not UFOs, because Benowitz would be like, look how close they're getting to these airplanes. And anyway, it is what it is. We'll never know the truth. Let's see what happens.
He has escaped.
Of the Groom Lake complex. They actually call it Annex 2, I believe, or Annex 4. Anyways, and the creature made it all the way up north towards Warm Springs, Nevada. And a hunter, and this has been released. This name of this guy, Gus, this guy that shot the creature.
I don't know what creature they're talking about. Does anybody know? In the 50s, we had drones. Oh, wow. Stephen Quigley. I didn't know. Yeah, Paul Benowitz was driven crazy, B. Baker. You're 100% right. They messed with this guy. But, yeah, then the guy had mental breakdowns before he was dying. Let me see what people are saying here. Misty OC Dragons, once you start being aware of dreaming while streaming, please ask the people in your dream why they are here and post it here. Can I say something to that, Misty OC Dragons? Every dream that I've ever been in that I started knowing that I was dreaming, the dream unravels. it starts defragging and falling apart. And I start losing where I am in the dream. And then I wake up or it's over. How do I avoid that? That's what I need to do. Because I have tried many times to be interactive in my dreams. And I have some pretty lucid dreams. And when I tell people of my dreams, they're like, oh, you're lucid dreaming. And I'm like, well, I must be lucid dreaming every dream then, because this is my dreaming state. I get details. But as soon as I recognize that I'm in a dream, like in the dream, I'll say, oh man, I can't believe I'm dreaming. And then I start waking up and I'm like, no. And then I go, no, come on, go back into the dream, go back into the dream. And I can't get back in and I'm being pulled out as much as I try to get back in. That's how fast it pulls me out. So then I try not to think about it, but I'm trying not to think about it makes me think about it. And it's over. And I wake up and I go, damn it. Damn it. It's like I can't win. That's what I want to know how to fix. The lucidity is remembering that is holding the dream. What do you mean by that, DHP? Steve Carney says he's the same. The lucidity is holding the dream. Grandmaster UV says, I'm popping more, whatever, X. I must summon UFOs later if I feel like it. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, I can imagine, Grandmaster. I haven't had the chance, but you know, before I die, I definitely want to get into that Hiawatha. Goof on. Wait, what? Stephen, no. You need to just forget your dream. Oh. Right. Then that's what I said. I said, okay, don't think about the dream. Don't think about the dream. Now I'm thinking too much about not thinking about the dream, and it still unravels. No matter what I do at that point, as soon as I oh my God. Do you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? Did you understand what just happened? Did you hear what I just said? Listen to what I just said. Does it sound familiar? This is amazing. As soon as I recognize it, it changes. I'm freaking out. I got goosebumps underneath these sleeves. What does that sound like to you? That's not the two slit. That's the two slit experiment. So when you're, oh my God, I just proved dreams are another reality. Oh my God, I just proved it. Dreams are another reality. Because if we're living in a matrix reality, or reality, because they proved it with the slit experiment, as soon as you observe something, as soon as you observe it, it changes. As soon as I recognize the dream, as soon as I observe what's happening and understand it's a dream, it changes. Holy shit. There is a connection between dreams and maybe seeing the future or the past or another reality. And why do you think they tell us we have to dream? Let me explain something to each and every one of you, including myself. For the first time ever, I've never ever thought of it this way. Those 3 hours after you fall asleep, you go into REM, and that lasts approximately 3 hours. And then the last 3 hours, you're coming out of, right, your sleep state. That's why they tell you need 8 or 9 hours of sleep to complete this cycle. Why? Because if you don't go back to sleep and visit the other realities that you've already visited, those realities die. They're changed forever. if you don't go back to sleep and complete the piece of the puzzle, that reality falls apart. So by you sleeping, you're not only repairing your brain and your body repairs itself and everybody's working to put things back together. And that's why they need you to sleep, because when you align everything and you are dreaming, because everybody dreams, even if you don't remember it, you're dreaming in those 3 hours. Maybe sometimes you think you're waking up from a dream. You're not. You dreamed that 3 hours ago and you're waking up thinking it just happened. I promise you that's the truth. Am I wrong on that? Because that's how I remembered hearing about how dreams work. But if I'm wrong, okay, what about people who wake up to, well, they're waking up now, but they had the dream hours ago. They're just remembering it now. I don't buy it either. So let's just say that's not real, just for the sake of the argument. So you're in this dream state and you have to sleep. If you don't, things start breaking down. And every dimension and every world that's inside your head that you have already lived cannot exist without your sleep. I wonder if that's real. There are some flaws in that theory, though. There are some flaws. Like, how can I fly? Right? How can I read somebody's mind? You see? You understand? How do I have superpowers? How can I run fast? How can I have died in dreams. And I did not wake up. Most dreams, you're falling, you're dead. I've hit the ground and bounced and felt the second crash to the ground. And the next thing, I'm about 20 feet away, seeing my body, seeing another me looking back at me. So it's me, looking at my dead me. It's as if I turned my head to the right, I would see more me. There's one there. There's another me there. All the different pieces of dream world, dimensions, other realities, the matrix, whatever you want to call it, other programs and other civilizations. Maybe the matrix is real. Maybe it's collapsed and the virus did get into their system. Hence, what are those called in the Matrix? The guys who wear the black and white, the tie, and the glasses. Food for thought. Food for thought. Let's go back to Dodi. I don't know how we got off on that, but I really think that when you dream, you're visiting another reality. Can you control it, though? What if it is? What if it is? What if your brain... See, your brain is just your brain, all right? Your brain is a hard drive. Empty. It's empty. Until you're put into that embryo and the spark that creates it and starts it all, the heart, because the heart and the brain work together. One can't live without the other in a body, unless you're connecting it with fake stuff, but we don't do that yet. You know what I mean? So the 3 hours while you're dreaming is actually a 24-hour day maybe on the other side. Or maybe the 3-hour dream you're having is different because they're in a different world and things don't play the same. Time goes a lot faster. So let's say you have a dream for a minute. That minute could have been a whole week on the other side while you're dreaming. You see what I mean? You have many dreams while you sleep. You only remember one, I think. Interesting. All right, let's get back to Doty.
And then notified the sheriff's department and the Nevada Game and Fish, and because he didn't know what this thing was. You know, he looked at it, he thought it was some kind of mutated animal. Anyways, and so that's the story of that.
Were you involved, or were you at Groom Lake at this time?
I was. Yes, I was.
Okay,
I was
so how does that report get to you? We've got ET has escaped.
I was one of 4 OS agents at the Groom Lake complex, and at some.
I don't know, man. I got into talking about dreams, and now I'm like on a different thinking level. Like, I really don't care what Doty has to say anymore. I really don't care. Anyway, he is like Lou. It's not fair. I'm not being fair to Lou. You know why? You want to know why I'm not fair to Lou? Because I honestly do not know what this guy brought to ufology in any way. What did he bring? I'm going to ask you this, and I'm being 100% serious. What did he bring? No, he didn't bring UFOs to the mainstream media. That was already happening when he came aboard. Okay, did he bring any UFO evidence? No. Those 3 videos were already out, right? Even if they weren't, had nothing to do with Lou and his arrival. Okay, on that TV show, he didn't bring us anything new on Unidentified. He spoke to witnesses that we've already heard from that have to do with the Nimitz. All he did was talk to them again for the TV show at their current jobs. Did he bring any evidence? No. Did he bring any new witnesses? No. Well, he did bring a couple, but they're all military and all their stories are going to mesh one way or the other. What has he brought? I really don't know. So, the newest Richard Doty is not Elizondo. It's Tim McShillen. Tim McMillan is the new Richard Doty. McShillen. Let me tell you something here. This guy's playing mind games with everybody. Let me tell you, he's trying to change the narrative. All this guy is about is his pocket. He doesn't care about ufology. He's not about ufology. He said it himself. I don't want his new website, the Deflate. He doesn't want that site to be about UFOs, yet he uses UFO news to bring in viewers to his website and his radio show. It's hilarious. It's awful, by the way. Ryan Sprague is the host of one of these shows on the Deflate. It is so bad. He sounds so ingenuous, so fake. He's just so bad at being a host. They love him because he'll do whatever he wants. He'll do whatever they want. But look at this tweet. Do you see a rabbit or a post-apocalyptic cityscape of Seattle with blood raining down from the sky as the hosts of The View walk around in mech suits? What? What? And you open it. The internet is divided. On this? How do you get a post-apocalyptic? I don't understand. Somebody said, John Hudson says, please tell me this is a joke and I just need to sleep. The earth is not a cold, dead place, says, I see a post-apocalyptic Seattle cityscape laid in ruins after those Antifa people are done with it. I said, I don't see death and destruction like McShillen does. When everything is a threat to someone, it's a mental flaw within themselves. That's what I thought the deflate.org is all about. The threats of aliens and the weaponizing of their technology. Silly human is so angry. Tim McShillen. Everything's a threat. Everything's a threat to him. He is the Richard Doty. He put up that UFO picture, or was responsible for it being posted, and we all know it's a balloon. Why would he post that? If didn't he know? Oh yeah, that's right. He said that wasn't what the picture was supposed to be. That's a type of thing that Doty does. Doty did that do. Unbelievable. Hey, are you familiar with Air Force Plant 42? Air Force Plant 42. It is a... Hold on a second. Something's going on. I keep thinking I am on OBS, and I go to the wrong place to get the camera back on me. Yeah, you can go there. This place, Air Force Plant 42, supposedly had some UFOs over there. It's owned by Wright-Patterson Air Force Base and is operated as a component of Edwards Air Force Base, which is 23 miles to the northeast. Most of its facilities are operated by private contractors to build and maintain military aircraft and their components for the U.S. and their allies. It's got 3.2 million square feet of industrial space and a replacement value of $1.1 billion. Some of its facilities build aircraft, including the Northrop Grumman RQ-4 Global Hawk and other unmanned aircraft. Others maintain and modify aircraft such as Northrop Grumman B-2 bomber. Still others make spare parts. Anyway, it is a place that is, it's been peppered into the UFO lore. We'll have to do a story on it. Find out more about that place. Air Force Plant 42. Yeah, I know, right? You never would think, but it is, I'm sure. All right, I'm in the wrong email. Let's go back to the right one, please. Right one. All right, here's a tweet from UFO Believers. Never mind. In this doc, the CIA worried that Marilyn Monroe had secrets to tell about JFK. Things from outer space as well. A day later, she was gone. Journalist Kilgallen is mentioned. She died 3 years later by barbiturates in her bed, just like Marilyn. Wow. The journalist who threw that story out was also murdered, or allegedly murdered. Marilyn Monroe, my God. Just because she slept with Kennedy. Well, the rumor is that Kennedy told her everything. Come on, John. You can tell me. Oh, don't you want to tell little? You just don't understand. I don't know how he would sound. I have a lot of stress. How does he talk? I can't remember how Kennedy talked. That southern drawl, right? Didn't he have a southern drawl? No. Rothberg discussed, it says right here, come on, it's not blowing up. And it talks about the Kennedys told Kilgallen that Hollywood parties, there were parties, the inner circles, Hollywood elite, secrets to tell. No doubt arising from her, whatever, I can't read this. A visit by the president as a secret, there's a secret air base for the purposes of inspection. Source of visit in the mid 50s, Kilgallen or whatever. Secret, dead bodies, British government. Okay, talks about aliens and dead bodies and stuff. Pretty wild. Look at this. Marilyn Monroe, New York. Not for publication. CIA. Top secret. Did she? I wonder. I don't know, man. If I was a guy with a woman, I sound like Stanton Friedman right there. If I was a guy with a woman, no COVID. What is there more? Oh, here's some more. Visit by the president, things from outer space, source of visit. Wow. All right. We're never going to know. Nope. Never. Let's forget even trying. Don't even bother. You're right. There is a new documentary out there on Bigfoot. The Bigfoot Odyssey, episode 13, Sasquatch in Oklahoma. January 23rd, 2021. Wow. From Mark Copeland? This is a documentary, though. I can't play a documentary. Let's see. Yeah, we can't play this. I think I can play it for a second. We can talk about it, though. Here it is. Right? Yeah, we can do it that way. Just do that. And we can do this. Or this. See, when I do, no. Too small, right? Too big. No, because it's not 20%. All right.
Bigfoot. Grassman. In the South, they call it skunk ape, wood booger, or rougarou.
All right. We get it. I can't really play this. But it's a really good documentary. Dang it. I know I was watching it, so I thought I could talk about it, play it, but I really shouldn't. Joe Rogan? Yeah, let's go back to Rogan. Occam's Razor with a $10 super chat that says, Joe Satriani flying in a blue dream. Do dear 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 dear. Dear wow 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 wow. Dear 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 dear. Dear 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 dear. Yeah, don't tell me. I know my Joe Satriani. That first album, I know beat for beat, lick for lick. And that was a $10 super chat. Thank you for your super generosity, Occam's Razor. Super cool. Super chat. Super sticker. If it has a trailer at GoFund, that's not a trail. Oh, if it has a trailer? Yeah, let's take a look and see if there's a trailer for it. I didn't see a trailer for it. I'm looking, though. I'm looking. Usually they got them like right next to it, you know? Now, let me back up one space and see if it pops up. You're right about that. Let's see. You know how he does that? He goes up on the bridge and he does the old Eddie Van Halen. What do they call that? When he taps it, tapping the mic or tapping the strings. Yeah, there's no trailer that I could see. I did murder it, didn't I? Occam's Razor. The extremist. Yeah. I guess. All right, here we go. Let's oh yeah, I already played too much of this. That's right. What am I doing?
Secrets in our fears.
All right, guys, this just came in. I got to show this to you. I'm being hailed by, holy mackerel, this has just happened. This is groundbreaking. In Great Britain, there has been they're calling it a stormtrooper attack. Let me get you, there's pictures coming in. They actually overtook, what is that, a beach here? Let me share this with, this is crazy. These people are stormtrooping. Look at this. I don't understand it. That's what they look like. They're saying they're spray painted, but they're wearing the garb of the stormtrooper. Wow. It is real. Look at this. This is insane. They are real. Let me go see if there's any more story. Look, there he is. These must be the greatest orange sneakers I've ever seen. I love orange. Why? I hope they wear Nikes, or to me that looks like, it looks Adidas almost. Kind of has a Nike look to it. Is there more? Oh my God, they've got guard dogs too. Those are trooper dogs. That's what they're called. STDs? It's an STD, stormtrooper dog. Oh, they were showing us Greer. Wait, what? Oh no. What does this mean? Are these guys in trouble? Oh my God, that is weird. It's on a loop. Who sent this to me? Stephen Karn? Stephen sent this. Thank you for this. I would have never, ever, ever gotten this if it wasn't for you. Thank you for sharing that. It's amazing. See? Thank you for reminding me. If it wasn't for that reminder. No. Stormtrooper dogs, STD. There you go. Unbelievable. Goof on getting the stories first. Again. Oh, did you see all the artwork that's being done for Goof on? Let me see if I can find it real quick. I bet you I can't. Dang it. I hope I find it real quick. Bear with me. This is really important. People are going around. I'm not going to be able to find it. I could already tell. Somebody sent it to me that the Goof on name is being spray painted in a lot of places. And I have it somewhere, but I can't find it right now. Dang it. I'm really angry at myself. I wasn't planning it. Yeah, I wasn't planning it. So, hold on. There's some sightings that you guys sent me. Makes me a little angry. Let me see if I'm going to do something here. There is... Yeah, That's this guy, I know. Let me show you. This, okay, here you go. In 3, 2, nope, 1. Can't play the music. Watch this. They're doing this everywhere. All over the world. Goof on, man. This is crazy. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. How cool is this? I don't understand why people are doing this all over, but that's goof on, baby. Oh, my Twitter? Okay. There was a channel that showed several different goof-ons, like 8 or 9 of them. Was it Twitter? Let me go there now. I'm pulling it up. Yeah, that's the photo. It's pretty cool, John. I'm going to show everybody here in a second. Somebody sent me, I can't remember who, goof on. There's like 8 or 9 of them. I was floored. Floored. Hold on, let me pull up the photo. Here's the photo. See? Can you see it? Oh, I keep going to OBS. Somebody's going to get hurt. All right, there it is. Weird, right? It's just worldwide phenomenon. Dun, 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 dun. And just so you know where goof on lies, our numbers, this is how strong goof on is growing. You know, I know that we had help, a lot of help from third phase of moon. I'm not blind to that, but we are in a lot of places right now, if you think about it. Goof on. We're here 2 hours every night, right? Sometimes I throw up a premiere video here and there. Then I'm on third phase of moon, right? Once a week, minimally, sometimes 2. Then I'm on third phase UFO report 2 to 3 times a week, right? It's a lot of work. I mean, we're doing a lot. Goof on's trying to get the name out there. We're doing self-promoting on just Twitter and Facebook and sometimes Instagram and TikTok, but I rarely use Instagram and TikTok, and I should. But I wanted to let you know our numbers are as good as somebody who has 10,000 subscribers. If you get 30% views towards your subscriber count, you're rocking it. There's people with 50,000 subscribers that don't get the numbers we get here. So I can't thank you enough for actually hanging out with Goof on, supporting the show. And please don't forget to keep liking and subscribing, because it's the only way we grow, man. It's the algorithm. It's the algorithm. And we can't say that it's not because of this guy either. Come on, Greg Brown. What are they, guy?
What are they?
What are
they? Why are they?
Why are they?
Do they mean? What are they? Why are they? Do they mean?
Do they mean? What are they, everybody? Are they harbingers of world change? The secrets in the fields,
Are they
harbingers of world change?
these secrets in the fields? Are they harbingers of world change? These secrets in the field, these secrets in the field. What are they?
What are they?
Why are they?
Why are they?
What do they mean?
Everybody, what do they mean?
What are they?
What are they?
Why are they?
Why are they? What do they mean?
What do they mean?
All right. Take us out, Greg Brown. Radar recording, crop circle song. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Thank you. That was beautiful, Greg Brown. Tooken us. Whoa, what is a tooken us? I'm a tooken us guy. I'm a little bit of tooken us. My God, what's going on? I think I'm losing it. Well, we need to get going. So can we do this? All right. We'll be back. Where is it? There we go. Can we get a little bit? All right, get it bigger. There it is. Thank you, moderators and super chatters. Thank you for joining us tonight with your generosity and support. Appreciate your time. Thank you, newcomers and veterans alike. Appreciate all the new people hanging out, even for a minute. Appreciate the chance. And we'll be back tomorrow night, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific, right here on Goof On. Check me out on Third Phase UFO Report tomorrow for sure. And Third Phase of Moon may have something coming out tonight. I'm not sure. If you ain't looking up, you ain't looking out for ufology. Good night, everybody. Oh. Why'd you go back to me? Can they turn it up at least? Maybe they can hear the song?
Yes, I am. Well, I'm not. I don't care if he does find me gone. The coward. Frida, I beg you. Think about what you're doing. Everyone says he's a wicked man. What about him? Who wants to be good if being good is singing hymns and praying all day long? He's doing what's best for us, I'm sure. It might be best for you. It's not for me. I'm going, and you might as well stop arguing about it. And I warn you. If you dare tell on me, Frida, you know I wouldn't do that. I'm just telling you. You know what will happen if you do. Stop it, you're hurting me not half as much as I will if you don't keep quiet.